Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Short Pit, a NASCAR podcast. I'm your host, Kaleb Chesney. Alongside me, as usual, is my co-host, Chris Prince. Chris, how are you?
I'm about as awake as I can be this early in the morning.
I don't want to fucking hear it, dude. Either way, we're here after yet another NASCAR race in the books. They were just at Vegas, where Denny Hamlin is your winner. Career victory number 61. He breaks his tie with Kevin Harvick for, I believe it was 10th all time.
Yep.
So there you go. We'll talk about that. There's some weird off-track stuff with Daniel Suarez and Ross Chastain. We'll get into our weekly awards. Some more updates in NASCOURT. Some rumors about a new Chevy Body. There's obviously been a suspension in the Truck Series, as well as a former Cup Series driver making an appearance in the Truck Series race this weekend down at Darlington, where we'll also reveal our preview and expectations, go through DraftKings, and give our picks. So it should be a really good one. We'll try to keep this under 50 minutes or so, and we'll go from there. But yeah, let's just start with Las Vegas. Denny Hamlin, your winner, led 134 laps. Chase Elliott, P2, was kind of running him down at the end there, just didn't have enough time to get there. William Byron, P3. Christopher Bell started on pole, won the first stage, finishes fourth. Ty Gibbs with a top five as well. Buescher, Larson, Briscoe, Bubba, and Keselowski rounds out your top 10. Your thoughts on Vegas?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was Vegas. I heard some, thoughts after the race on Twitter and stuff. Like, it was a okay race. Like, there were some good spurts, restarts. You had like the 3-wide race for, the lead there. I believe it was in stage 2 with not Larson, Chase and Hamlin and someone else maybe. That was a bright spot.
I think it was Chase, Byron, and Denny, or Chase, Byron, and Bell or something.
Yeah, it was 2 Hendrick cars and a Toyota is all I can really remember, because I remember Byron picking one of the Chevy cars to go with.
He picked Larson.
Yeah,
and he pushed through, and Chase was just kind of left out to dry. His only teammate that would push him, Chase Elliott, his only teammate that was a friend is out with Vertigo.
Yeah. Yeah, so he had no help there, apparently. We're just going to run with the 24 and the 5 together. But I think it was a good race. It's probably not like a Kansas or a Charlotte.
It's not the best Vegas race I've ever seen, but it's a Vegas race. We'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than I feel like the super speedways and the road courses for sure. So
yeah, no, for sure. It's been a nice break, hitting the ovals. Just going through the roster here. Shane Van Gisbergen did not have a great time, finishes last. So much for his improvement on the ovals. Justin Allgaier in his first week filling in for the 48. Finishes 25th, speeds down pit road twice for the same penalty. There you go. Carson Hocevar, 22nd. Ross Chastain and Daniel Suarez finished 17th and 18th, respectively. They get into a little bit of a spat down there on pit road. Ross Chastain kind of alludes to something along the lines of, "You were fired. Get out of my face. You're not worth talking to me." And as we've seen in the post-race, dialogue between each other, it hasn't gotten much better. You have any insights, any thoughts on that?
No, I mean, it hasn't gotten better at all. Daniel didn't take his time letting his words fly. He had something to say right after the race. And it seemed like it took Ross a little bit. Maybe his PR person wanted to inspire him.
Yeah, he kind of did it in like a weird, like, press conference forum type thing. It was an awkward environment for sure. I didn't see what Ross said. I have heard bits of what Daniel said. A lot more contentious of a relationship than I would have thought. Are you caught off guard by any of this?
I mean, a little bit, because you saw, like, when Daniel won the O'Reilly's race in Mexico City last year, Ross was up on stage celebrating with him. They've done tons of PR stuff together, whether that's, just teammate jargon for the time when he was with Trackhouse, or I heard an interesting take. Like, think about it like this. Daniel and Ross were always racing for that seat. one of them was going to get to stay at Trackhouse. Whoever performed better. And Ross obviously showed he deserved his seat more. But when you look at it like that, maybe it explains it a little more. Daniel's had some underlying animosity for some teammates that he probably didn't want to shed until he was on his own.
Yeah, for sure. I do. Part of me also thinks that maybe there's some pressure that Ross is feeling, mostly from himself. Like, I don't think Trackhouse is putting his arm to the fire here. I think everybody knows that he's kind of the face of that thing for now. But there's got to be a little bit of pressure from SVG kind of taking the place by storm, improving on the oval steadily, as much as Las Vegas was not a highlight for him. Zilich obviously being the next kid up. Ross might be feeling a little bit of pressure. He might just be acting out of character. I don't know. But from the sounds of it, this relationship hasn't been great for a little while.
I think it's like Denny mentioned. I listened to his show. He's like, looking at like the race itself, there wasn't nothing egregious that would state like, oh, let's go and confront somebody after the race.
Yeah, Junior basically said it's drivers being drivers.
Like nothing just egregious out of the way. So, I mean, drivers being drivers, or whether there was something there beforehand and Daniel's just kind of giving, the world the rundown now finally, since he doesn't have Trackhouse over top of him. I don't know, but I'm here for it. You think about maybe not so much every week, but more of this when it is liable to happen, because it's got eyes on the sport in a sense. It's got people talking like, hey, what's going on here? Why did this happen? And, even people are like, why didn't Ross throw a punch before the PR person got in the way? Like, Daniel kind of mentioned it. It's bad PR for my sponsors. It's going to cost me $50,000. In tune to which Ricky Stenthouse coincidentally responded and said it's $75,000 for one punch. Actually,
I kind of forgot he got suspended for that, or not suspended, a fine for that. I knew his dad got suspended, but
yeah, I did too until I saw that post. I was like, oh wait, yeah, that's what's that for.
He did get fined.
That
was a moment. 2024 is a blur.
Yeah, no kidding. But Daniel took it down Michael McDowell a couple years ago in practice. So
that's kind of what Denny said. Like, the people writing off Suarez in this fight don't know how strong Suarez is.
I think Daniels would have been all right. No problem if it would have got.
He's no Gregson bowl cut. He can hang. He can hang.
Yeah, he would have hung with Ross. But I mean, it's going to be fun to see how that goes over the season, because everybody likes to watch Ross anyway for his aggressiveness. Now, how is he going to handle this since it's been out in the open? The negativeness.
Yeah. All right, let's get into our weekly awards for Driver of the Week, Terrorist of the Week. Let's start with the Terrorist. I will once again give it to Vertigo for ruining my weekend. I didn't have it. Bowman had it. But for the record, I'm still fine. If I had Vertigo, it's probably really unlikely that I'd be recording right now. But yeah, Vertigo once again ruins my weekend.
I'm going to go with the O'Reilly race. Whether he admitted up to it or not, Sheldon Creed wrecked Taylor Gray going into turns 3 and 4 with basically an ill-timed bump is what he equated it to. But it took Taylor Gray out of the race, and Taylor looked at one of the faster cars besides at that point. But, I mean, that's my Terrorist of the Week. Sheldon gets it this week after his win.
Damn, hate to do it to Sheldon.
Hate to do it.
That's not what we're here for.
Nope.
We're big Sheldon guys on this podcast. It's just it's tough to see. It's tough to see. We were in the building for one of his P2s, I think, at Bristol. I think he finished P2 down there.
Nope.
And I pranked all you guys saying that Almirola failed tech.
Oh God. That would have been
shit. Great. No, I was fucking with you. Driver of the Week.
I actually am going to go with a younger guy that we gave a little grief in the O'Reilly series last week for not being quite ready, but he's showing progress. Corey Day. He had a really good race on Saturday, led some laps, looked fast, and honestly probably could have competed with Allgaier if he would have got a late caution, I think, just based off the way the car looked. But for a dude who hasn't shown a lot of, good results, he did have a good run at Vegas last year, so I think a lot of people
he had a great battle with Larson there at the end of the first stage.
Yeah, I think it was I think you can see the potential after a race like that.
Why Hendrick has him. Like, we're starting to see a little bit of that, yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. So I'm going to give it to Corey Day.
Mid-sip. I'd love to give it to your boy Chase Elliott, but not leading any laps kind of hurts that.
Yeah.
I'll give it to William Byron, having kind of given his actually, no. Christopher Bell winning the first stage, P3 in the second, ends up P4, wins the pole. Second highest points getting car, if I'm not mistaken, behind Denny. Yes.
Yep.
Led 31 laps, had the second highest driver rating. He did.
Yep.
I think you give it to Seabell. I think he had a really strong race.
That's a solid pick.
Really strong weekend.
Can't argue with that.
Those are our weekly awards. No real honorable mentions there. Kind of flying right through the filler. Couldn't tell you why. NASCOURT. Some more updates down there. Did you put a link in there?
Yeah, I think Bianchi posted something on Monday.
Oh, Bianchi tweet. Here we go. The Bianchi bomb. Hearing has concluded for the day. Judge extends TRO against Chris Gabehart to next week. She grants JGR's request for expedited discovery and Gabehart's request for reciprocal discovery. Judge denies JGR's request to subpoena Spire's communications with employees at Haas Trackhouse and Ricky Ware Racing regarding the supposed sharing of JGR secrets. Denny Hamlin was at today's hearing, sitting with JGR's contingent that included Gibbs and Dave Alpern. Spire's Chris Gabehart and Jeff Dickinson were also present. So yeah, NASCAR's getting a little deeper. You have any bigger thoughts on that?
No, I mean, Jordan kind of covered it. I think it was interesting that JGR wanted to subpoena Trackhouse and Rick Ware and then Haas for the info being shared potentially from the Spire garage. I think that was interesting, but the judge denied that. So obviously he thought something wasn't cool with that, I guess.
He's thinking that coach is going on a witch hunt. Is that
exactly? Yeah, exactly. He thinks coach is going on a witch hunt looking for something. So he turned that down. But I think I listened to the teardown last week, or maybe it was this week, and Jordan mentioned he's like, I think both of these sides are going to take it to the end. Like, neither of them have any plans to settle. So I think that's what's interesting to me, seeing how aggressive this could get, and are we going to get more maybe negative things about JGR that we haven't heard before, right? We got the things with Ty Gibbs earlier. We've always thought that JGR was like top of the line, like morals and ethic type of organization. Is this something that's going to show us maybe a little different?
Yeah. I still, performance-wise, I can't even say that. Performance-wise, I'd like to think that they're the top Toyota team. By the end of it, I think that they're going to have cars that finish better than the 45 and the 23. I still think that they are the team to beat in the Toyota camp. But yeah, I don't. It's a messy situation down there with JGR and Gabehart, and it like you said, it's probably only messier from here.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the case. Only messier from here. I don't know that it's going to get better.
So yeah, this Gabehart thing's only going to get messier and worse, and we'll see what kind of comes up from that. But we got some interesting news on the new Chevy body that's supposed to be coming out. I guess that drivers and teams kind of met with Chevy and they talked about what's coming after this like Timu Camaro that they're running now.
Yeah, Mike Joy posted something. A couple other media members did, I noticed on Twitter about it. Apparently, they're going to be dropping it before the end of the season. I've heard speculation of, I really hope not, but like compact SUV. I don't see that happening with everybody else.
Like a Blazer?
Yeah. Like, why would they allow that when all the others are running sedans? So I don't see that. Maybe Chevy's got a new sedan they're going to drop. I really hope not, because it wasn't very much fun running when I was younger, running the Chevrolet SS when Ford was running the Mustang and all the cool cars, and we looked like the dad over here of the group.
Would you be into bringing back the Impala?
I'll take it at this point. I mean, hey, whatever. It's better than, like you said, waiting on a Timu Camaro. I mean,
Toyotas run Camrys.
That's true. Toyota was always kind of that.
Would you be offended if it was a Chevy Malibu?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be too upset. I've pulled for them before when they were the Malibu and stuff, so I can do it again. It wouldn't hurt my feelings too much.
But yeah, I mean, we've been talking about this for a couple of years now. Like they announced that they weren't going to do Camaros after 2025.
Yep.
And instead of having a rollout ready for 2026, they're like, okay, well, we're gonna have this basic Chevy body that's not a Camaro, but it's basically a Camaro.
Yep.
And you guys are gonna run this thing. It's slightly different. We're gonna ruin your lives for an entire season, and we'll just change it next year.
Yeah, you get used to it, and we're gonna change it again next year.
And it's NASCAR. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll kind of just see how that goes. Tell us what you guys want. Do you want a Camaro? Do you want a Timu Camaro again? Do you want a Malibu? Do you want the Impalas back, or are you into maybe the SS, maybe a Chevelle? Are you, just throw it out there. What do you guys want to see?
Bring back a classic muscle car. I like it.
But something tells me that you had something on the screen tells me you have a what do you call it? A segue into the next thing. So
yeah, I mean, we just talked about Chevrolet, and we talked about it last week. We've had some conversation on our TikTok about drivers and things like that. So your boy Alex is out. You don't really have a driver to pull for. I mean,
you could Alex Bowman out another 3 weeks. Ruined my week on pretty early on a Tuesday. It ruined my week just forever. It's gone. The week is gone.
Segue to Caleb's terrorist of the week for the next 3 weeks. It's going to be Vertigo. Just so you know, Vertigo.
At least we'll see what happens after Bristol. If you're still not good, it's still going to be Vertigo.
So me and you talked about it. I got a couple drivers here. I'm going to throw out to you, tell you where they're at in points, and let's see if we can find you.
Just to lay it out to the people at home, this is Chris pitching me different drivers that could be my number 2 for this year. Maybe that's who I cheer for in the chase. Because listen, Bowman's playoff hopes are dead. He misses 3 more weeks. It's done.
Yeah.
There's no coming back. But we already knew that the championship hopes are dead.
Yeah.
He's gonna be minus 150 from the cutback after this race.
Oof.
Never mind what's going to add up. Yeah. So season's done. Listen, I'll still be here when he comes back, happily rooting for him. It's just the way I am. But everybody knows it's a little bit more fun when you have a guy that you're invested in to kind of cheer for, to root on, to get to the championship and win that thing. So this isn't me replacing Alex by any means. I've never connected with an athlete. I've never met my favorite athlete in any other sport than NASCAR. Bowman's my guy. But listen, we talked about it. Maybe there's early retirement for this thing. Like, we don't know where this thing's going to go. So
yeah,
it's nice to have contingency plans. Wouldn't you agree? Nice backup plans, safety spots, backup quarterbacks. Every team has a backup quarterback.
Yep. I got lucky when Casey went out. I had Chase in development in it was the nationwide series then. So I had my backup developing, I guess, in college at that point. For when he got to the pro. So I'd got a little lucky, but I think I've got some drivers here we can throw out here, and I think you'll find a suitable second favorite driver possibly.
Okay. Well, we trusted it with you. I'm not necessarily going to pick one. Like, you're not going to throw me on the spot and be like, this, like, I have to choose one.
You better pick one.
I'm going to listen them out. I'm going to hear them all out. I'll give you yes, no, maybe so. And then we'll get into the rest of it. So.
All right, let's start. This was a good conversation on our TikTok page. Teammates. People had an argument that you couldn't pull for a teammate. I'm obviously not going to throw Chase out there because I feel like that's an easy, home run, him being my driver. But
yeah, could you imagine this podcast with 2 Chase Elliott fans? We are just eliminating 50% of NASCAR 50%. Fans.
Yeah, immediately they're all going to be like, nope, we're not watching that. So
we're not a bunch of Chase sexuals.
Yeah, we got 2 more there, and you gave him your driver of the week this week. What are your thoughts on William?
I halfway did, and then I pulled it back.
You pulled it back. Okay, so halfway did. You're right. What are your thoughts on William Byron?
Kind of a dork. Some ways charming, some ways not so. He's definitely I would call him a shitty teammate in a lot of respects.
Yeah.
He races Bowman like an ass. I don't know how bad he races Elliott, but if that shove meant anything to you at Vegas, Yeah, not my favorite. Not interesting enough. Doesn't move me really.
Okay.
Back-to-back Daytona 500s are cool and whatever. But not my shtick.
Not the 24 connection. You were a Jeff Gordon fan.
I was a Jeff Gordon guy, for sure. That 24 paint schemes are always awesome, but for me, you got to connect with that driver. And me and William Byron, yeah.
All right. Well, we'll save the other one till last. I got some good fillers here. This one's interesting. This is a young guy. We touched on him earlier. Connor Zilic hasn't showed a lot of potential.
I don't like that he's like 4 or 5 years younger than me.
Yeah.
Like I just turned 24 and that kid's like what, 18, 19?
Yeah, he's 19.
Guys, it's a year older than my youngest brother.
Long career ahead of him.
Long career ahead of him for sure. He comes in with this NASCAR Verstappen title that I don't love. I love the 88, like 88 numbers by obviously Dale Jr., Alex Bowman. I like the 88. But I don't know him super. Like his highlight for me in my head is when he fell out of the car at Watkins Glen and broke his collarbone.
Yeah.
And that's my big introduction. Like when I think about Connor Zilic, that's what I'm thinking of. And then the 10 wins and NASCAR Verstappen. But doesn't quite move me.
Doesn't quite move you. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Let's take it up maybe a notch here, and we'll go with some other competitors. How about an RFK car? I've got Ryan Preece on my list next. I gave him slack last year. You were kind of okay with him.
I thought he was a perfect bridge guy.
Yeah,
and it turns out he's a little bit more than a bridge guy. He won the clash down there at Bowman Gray. Excellent fashion. He's a really good short track driver. We've kind of seen him finally kind of perform in those and with better equipment than the fourth Haas car. How old is he? Is he early 30s?
Yeah, early 30s.
And he's a Connecticut guy, so he's local-ish. He's 35.
Oh, gosh. I thought he was younger than that for some reason.
Connecticut guy, which, they have John Mayer. They also have Joey Logano.
There you go. You can go either way.
State, they're half New York, half New England, and if you're half New York, you're not New England to me. But I don't hate Preece. I don't know if he's got the matcha for favorite driver, and I don't know if he's competitive enough for me to like say that week in, week out.
Yeah,
obviously a little bit on the low side at 35. And I know that my favorite driver, Alex Bowman, he's 32. There's a 3-year difference. But yeah, like I like Preece. I don't love Preece. I respect his game. He's come a long way.
Yeah, for sure. I can agree with that. I was pretty hard on him last year, so he's kind of worked his way up my list too, seeing how he performed and how he's doing so far this year too. But that's fair. Maybe not favorite driver. Let's go with his teammate. I'm not Brad though. I feel like Brad's on the ladder.
Brad's too old.
Yeah, too old. Let's throw that one out.
You eliminate Denny. You eliminate Kyle Busch. You eliminate Logano and Keselowski. They're all just too old.
So how about the Texas man, Chris Buescher?
Now, that's a guy who's been on my mind a lot this week. He's a guy that I think he flies under the radar, but I feel like it's in an Alex kind of way. I like his personality. He's goofy for sure. He's not afraid to get in somebody's face for sure. We saw that at Darlington in 2024 when Reddick screwed him out of the win.
Yeah.
I think he's a really fun driver. I think he's really fun to watch. Super consistent. I think it's a super lateral move from Bowman to Buescher. You're going to be in the top 10 all the time, barring bad luck. You're going to be competitive for wins in certain spots. And you're in solid equipment. I really like Buescher. 17 growing up, my favorite number was the number I wore in almost every sport I played in, number 17. So that's obviously a big boost. Only unfortunate part is that he drives a Ford.
That's fair. I mean, yeah.
But he checks all the boxes. So he's definitely strongly in consideration.
That was kind of my thoughts too. He's kind of like a good lateral move to, from Bowman to Buescher. Very underrated guy, very consistent.
Cool
I also
paint schemes.
think yeah. I think he also maybe has something a little above Bowman. I think he's the face of that team right now. Like ultimately, I don't know that Brad
he's the highest performer, but Brad is the face till Brad retires.
That's true. But I mean, he's the owner though, too, in that sense.
It's like if Denny ran 2311.
Yeah.
Is Reddick the face of 2311 or is it Denny?
It's Denny. I mean, honestly, you could argue it's Michael Jordan at this point, the way it's going. But I think that's a good move. Now, since we've kind of talked Ford, let's go to the other manufacturer, the other competitive.
Not a lot of Yoders.
Not a lot, but I've kind of got another guy battling his luck, not doing too great. Chase Briscoe. How do you feel about Chase Briscoe after last year with JGR?
Well, first things first, part of my criteria is I don't like picking drivers who my friends that's their favorite driver. And as you know, Brian and Ricky. Yep. Shout out Brian, shout out Ricky. Both Chase Briscoe fans. Followed him from Stuart Haas over to JGR. I kind of have a weird thing with Briscoe, and it's like how dare you stand where he stood? It's Martin Truex.
That's fair.
And listen, Briscoe's more than earned the right. He's super good, but every time I see that Bass Pro Shops 19, I don't think of Chase Briscoe. I think of Martin Truex Jr.
Same.
So yeah, hard sell. I think you'd probably be more likely to sell me on Seabell.
Okay.
But obviously he had some choice words at the end of a certain race, in a certain time in this country, that kind of lowered him on the totem pole. Like at one point he was definitely number 2, and now it's kind of a cluster F, and he's not in the same tier as 2 other guys.
Yeah.
Behind the 48. So yeah, and like you said, Danny's too old, and Ty Gibbs. Like, okay, no.
Yeah, can't go with 2311. BR's got them wrapped up right now.
Yep, and listen, Tyler Reddick's cool.
Yeah,
I like Tyler Reddick a lot. He's grown on me, but not my vibe. Like I don't not like him. It's just I have a certain vibe. You know why me and Bowman clicked? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it. I've liked Reddick a lot more. I will say this: it's kind of like Kyle Busch. Ironically, I didn't like Kyle a bunch when he was winning, but I like Kyle now more so than I did when he was winning.
Now we're like, can we just get one?
Just one more cup win. But Reddick's kind of the opposite, right? When he's not winning, he's not very polarizing. He's not very, fun to watch. But when he's winning and he's competitive.
Remember, he had a quietly good year last year, and we were all like, where the fuck is he?
Exactly. You didn't. I mean, he wasn't in victory lane, so you didn't care as much. But I can
he missed
see
the playoffs, didn't he? No, did he make it on points?
He made it in on points, but he didn't make it very far. So I can see that. Now let's circle back around. I've got the last guy here. I feel pretty good about him. We've got history with him. We talked about him last year. Kyle Larson. Give me the spiel on Larson.
Well, that's kind of a personal subject for me.
Yep.
My cousin, Josh, was a big Kyle Larson fan. He passed away in October last year. It was right before the Fall of Vegas race. We didn't record that week, and that was why. He died on the day we were supposed to record on a Tuesday, coming home from work. He was obviously a big Kyle Larson fan. We really had something to talk about when it came to that. NASCAR really brought, like, when I was growing up, me and Josh weren't like super close. We didn't have a ton to talk about besides the Patriots, and they're on what, September to February. What's that? Yep. 5 months a year.
Yeah.
NASCAR's on from February to November.
Yeah.
So that really brought us together the last couple of years, and we went to a couple of races together at Loudon. We're going to go to Watkins Glen this year. I'm still going to go. I think we're still planning on putting that thing together. So yeah, obviously Larson's a really personal pick to me. And yeah, it's hard not to recognize that and not throw that in there as an option. Yeah, it's hard not to get choked up talking about that, but yeah, definitely worth mentioning the 5 team. And listen, you stay with Hendrick Motorsports. I told you I'm a big Jeff Gordon guy.
Yep.
Jeff Gordon can do no wrong. Hendrick Motorsports, I mean, top team in NASCAR without a doubt.
Yep.
Cool paint schemes, year in, year out. Cool merch, year in, year out. You know that they're going to be a competitive fight for the championship. I think Kyle Larson's fun. He's a fun driver to watch, certainly.
Oh, yeah.
He makes himself available to the media all the time. He's always around doing things. He's definitely the most talented driver on this continent, at the very least. So, yeah, definitely not a bad shout.
It's hard to argue with the performance of a Larson. I mean, I got to give you a little grief, though. Good paint schemes. I mean, yes, his is a classic, but you don't see any other
Hendrick Motorsports always has.
Okay, gotcha.
Like, if I'm a Larson fan, that's not going to stop me from buying a Chase Elliott hoodie when he has a really cool, like, Dale Jr. throwback. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Just had to make sure we got the wide net cast there, just not on the one car. Because Larson's probably, I love it and hate it at the same time because
it never changes.
Yeah, they go back to that. The purists do, like, oh, it's like Earnhardt's black number 3. It just never changes.
Now it's Larson's blue 5.
Yeah, and now it's Larson's blue 5. So
the Valvoline schemes I think are always cool too.
Yeah.
And he usually has a couple thrown in there throughout the year that are really interesting.
Yeah.
They're not as cool as the Ally 48 paint schemes, but
they don't have the color palette that Ally has. I feel like
purple's my favorite color. So
there you go.
But yeah, you have any other drivers you're gonna throw out there?
No, we'll just go ahead. Those were the ones I had.
You ended it on a freaking tearjerker. That's for sure.
We had to end that one there. Couldn't start off with it.
Yeah, you could have just like deflated the entire segment from the start. You're like, yeah, Kyle Larson. I'm like, oh boy, like you guys talk about this at 7 a.m.
Yeah, talk about Kyle Larson now. Let's go.
Yeah, therapy session in session. Speaking of therapy, Daniel Dye is going into sensitivity training. He was suspended by Kaleb Racing for making fun of the IndyCar driver. What was his name?
I don't even remember the IndyCar driver's name. That shows you how much I don't keep up with IndyCar, unfortunately.
It's surprising that's not the first thing that comes up when I Google Daniel Dye. Because this is the only thing he's known for. David Malukas.
Yeah.
From IndyCar. He does this he does this really weird voice that's supposed to be making fun of gay people.
Yeah.
And he's insinuating that this David Malukas character is gay. And people watch the clip. They're like, really? That's it? I saw an extended clip that makes it even worse. He talks about, I'm David, me like it, in the A word thing. Yeah. I know that people are like, oh my God, Bubba Wallace ruined my sport forever. Like, NASC woke all over again. Bubba Smollett ruining the sport I love. I get it. Next thing they're going to do, they're going to ban racial slurs on the track. Oh my God. It's just, I'm sorry. I don't have there's no place for that anymore. It's 2026. Like, can we grow up? Can we grow up?
Yeah, that was kind of my thought. So you said, like, I saw it and I was like, who? Who's
like, Daniel Dye? Yeah,
I've heard his name a few times watching the truck races over the
last Daniel Dye spun into the wall. Like, that's kind of what he's known for.
Daniel Dye barely missed this wreck because he was in 25th when it happened.
He's 3 laps down.
Yeah, exactly. Why would you do that though? Like, even if you're not competitive, you have a prime seat now with what one would expect to be the top truck team soon if Ram invests into the sport like they talk they are. Why would you, like you said, grow up? Like, that's the best way. I can probably agree with you on that, because you could go into it a couple different ways, I feel like, but none of them are going to end
He
good.
didn't double down. He's taking the suspension from both NASCAR and colleague. He's going to sensitivity training. People say one more slur and he's the next guy for the 48.
Yeah, no, I highly doubt it, but
no, because at least Kyle Larson was talented.
Yeah, exactly. At least Larson has talent. Fall back on.
Listen, he's the one guy that could fail upward in that scenario. Daniel Dye's not. He might go down to ARCA. He might not even go to ARCA. He might have to go down and race Dale Jr.'s nephew down there in late models.
Late models. Yep. We get an upgrade though in the truck. We get the Dinger this weekend in the truck to take his
I've been
place.
calling for this forever. Like, put Dinger in trucks.
Yep, he's going in. So he's replacing Daniel this weekend at Darlington in the trucks.
And I guarantee you, we will not have these problems with AJ Allmendinger.
No, not the Dinger.
He's a great man, and he will represent Kaulig well, as he always does. He's a good company guy. He basically does whatever the hell they tell him to.
Yep, and he'll tell you that too. I go wherever Matt Kaulig tells me to.
Speaking of guys in trucks, that's not a great way to say that. Corey LaJoie is getting a truck ride this weekend down there in Darlington. You wrote that, right? I'm not making shit up.
Nope, you're good. He's gonna be there. I've got some
number 25 Ram truck honoring his dad with a throwback paint scheme.
I think it's cool he's honoring his dad. Like, I'll give him that. And like, I like Corey as a person. I've talked to him at the track, met him in his hauler at Atlanta when I went a couple years ago. Like, cool dude. But they pitched this 25 truck as like a celebrity driver truck. We've had Ty Dillon and now Corey LaJoie in it. You couldn't have got anybody like amongst the slew of motorsports that we have in this world.
Well, Alex Bowman has vertigo, so.
Well, there you go. That's true. So we can't get Alex, but you couldn't have got anybody else besides Corey LaJoie. Like, come on. Like, he's not a
celebrity. But Ty Dillon is a celebrity. Corey LaJoie is a celebrity.
Yeah, get Austin in there so he can be a celebrity because he's had his reality show a couple years ago on CMT. Yeah. But don't pitch something and get everybody's hopes up after you had Tony Stewart at the Daytona race.
Well, part of me wonders if they can't
get
if they're not allowed to have a lot of guys because it's a Ram truck.
Yeah. That's what I'm kind of wondering too, because if you notice, Kaulig has been the only drivers they've had, so Kaulig's probably already worked it out. Chevy's not giving them any support, I feel like, on the Cup side anymore. So they're probably just like, screw it, we're just going to send our drivers here. But
they were definitely hoping for like more retired drivers to come take a peek at this.
I think I think it would be cool, but you're not going to get a junior. Junior's tied to Chevrolet. So I've seen like the false hopes out there, like, oh, Dale Jr. is going to come run a Ram. No, he's not.
Okay.
No, he's not. Like you said last week, I've got some oceanfront property in Iowa I can sell you if you really.
We did have a buyer on that.
I know, we did have a buyer on that. But yeah, it's whatever. It's the truck series. I'm going to watch it because 9 out of 10 times it puts on at least a semi-decent show. If it's not, just all the way horrible from the beginning.
It's chaos. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. And it's going to be Darlington. So Darlington's a good track. I enjoy it.
By the way, racing that in the video game sucked. I hate it. It's not as bad as Richmond, but I hate it.
I like Darlington. I like ripping the wall though, like Larson and Reddick do. So
my ass hits the wall, and then I'm in the wall, and I have
in
to
the wall.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, that's trucks. So
all right, let's talk about Darlington this weekend. Sorry, writing my timestamp.
You good?
Yeah, so the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series is at 5:30 on Saturday on the CW. As for the Cup Series, 3 p.m. Eastern on FS1. Damn. See, if it was Throwback Weekend, they'd still give us the big NBC slot, but it's not Throwback Weekend anymore. Like 4 guys are doing throwback schemes, and it's RFK and Hocevar doing his best Intimidator impression.
Not even like the black car. We had to go with the blue and the yellow one.
Which is Dale Jr.'s favorite, so I mean...
It's okay. It's a good scheme. I like the scheme, but, I mean, you're painting him off to be the Intimidator, not the,
It's going to be 85 and sunny down there in Darlington on Sunday.
Beautiful.
No chance of rain.
What's
your expectations?
I'm hoping for chaos because everything I've heard this week is it's going to be very chaotic. It's going to be a very good kind of race compared to what we've saw, and I don't think races at Darlington have even been that bad, in my opinion.
No, I feel like the last couple of spring races have been pretty good. Besides, I mean, even Byron's belt to ass was kind of compelling.
Yeah, I mean, you even had some storylines in that, that made it worth watching. So, but they've took the, the downforce. It's going to be a lot less, higher horsepower. The soft tire that they brought to all the short tracks on Darlington, which is known for eating tires. It's going to be a good race. Again, they're putting this short track racing back into the driver's hands. So,
Chris Buescher had a tweet
oh.
talking Darlington with Brad Keselowski today. He was making jokes about needing more tires, but also maybe needing more toe links for the field because it's going to be that difficult to drive.
Yeah, I saw Briscoe said he was in the simulator all week and he couldn't go through turns 1 and 2 and exit turn 4 without wrecking, even on new tires. He said,
hey, I was having the same issue this morning.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be good, man. I enjoy short track racing like every purist NASCAR fan does. Obviously, I like a lot more racing, but short track will always probably be my favorite at this aspect. So Darlington will always be up there, and I think this is going to be even better because NASCAR is finally listening to the fans and the drivers, and we should get a good product.
No, for sure. I'm right there with you. Let's go look at DraftKings real quick. The unofficial sportsbook of this podcast. Once again, if you have a sportsbook and you want to sponsor us, our ears and wallets are listening. Now, down there, let's see. We got any pops? Ooh, we got groups.
Ooh.
We got groups this week. Group A, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, Tyler Reddick, William Byron.
You couldn't have gave me harder drivers to choose from there because I feel like they're all good here.
Yep.
Oof. Give me Larson. I think he's due. Let's get him in victory lane. This is a good track. If he doesn't, Hamlin's easily probably my second there.
I was gonna say Byron.
Ooh.
Just his last spring. I mean, he clocked the field.
That's true.
But you can't go wrong with any of these guys. They're all legit. Group B, Chase Briscoe, Ryan Blaney, Christopher Bell, Chase Elliott.
I want to go.
Before you say Chase Elliott, do I need to pull up his?
No, I actually leaned on. I was going to lean on Briscoe there a little bit.
No, it's a better pick because Elliott in the next gen era, 5th, 36th, 3rd, 8th, 12th, 11th, 8th, 17th. P8 and P7 in 2 stages. He doesn't collect stage points here.
Yeah. Doesn't. I mean, that's not super surprising. There's a few tracks where he's kind of like that, I feel like. But I like Briscoe. He's won here before in much lesser equipment than what he drives now. And he seems to like this track. He's very big on it anytime he talks about Darlington. So
and Blaney just seems to have terrible luck here.
Yeah.
So it's between Bell and Briscoe for me. And I'll take Briscoe just because I think he's due.
Yeah.
Group C, Joey Logano, Ross Chastain, Bubba Wallace, Chris Buescher. Buescher's due. Like, this track owes him one.
I feel like you're right. Like, that was where I was. It was Bubba or Buescher, and Bubba's not got great results here.
But Bubba's this year has been like getting performances at tracks that he doesn't typically.
Yeah, I think that's why I want to lean Bubba, but I'm going to go Buescher.
Oh, but Bubba's actually got the 3rd best average here at Darlington.
Really?
10.3, 1 top 5, and 4 top 10s.
So yeah, Bubba could be up there.
He's identical to Buescher in a lot of ways. I said Buescher has 1 more top 10.
Dang.
But I'll take Buescher. I think Bubba's is kind of like the silent but deadly kind of guy right now.
Yeah.
And Buescher, I think Buescher's just kind of knocking on the door.
Fair.
And Group D, yikes. I think I know where we're both going to go with this. Kyle Busch, Ty Gibbs, Carson Hocevar, Eric Jones.
I want Richard Petty number 2. Give me Eric Jones.
Yep.
I mean, He puts on the cowboy hat every time he smells that Darlington air. He drives the 43. Give me Eric Jones.
I'm right there with you. He knows how to run this place. So if you use Larson and the rest of the picks we made and you put $100 down, you could win 18 grand.
Woo!
If you use William Byron, like I said, and you put $100 down, you could win 22 grand.
Woo! I would take either of those, to be completely honest.
Yes.
I mean,
and straight up matchups. We'll fly through these. Yeah. Briscoe versus Larson.
Larson.
I'm with you. Elliott versus Bell.
Bell. I'm just going to go Bell here. I think that one could go either way, but I'm going to lean Bell just because
Chase Elliott actually has a better – Chase Elliott actually has the second highest average finisher in the next gen era.
Really?
Yeah. You know who's first?
Denny. That's I mean, I feel like that's given.
Bell's 12th with 2 top 5s.
Yeah, you know what? You convinced me. I may have to take my guy there because I'm not confident in those numbers. I'm a numbers guy. I can't help it, man. I look at these too much.
Elliott's also the underdog, so you're getting plus money.
Yes.
Brad versus Gibbs.
Gibbs has been better this year, but I'm going to go Brad with the
experience kind of helps this track.
Yeah, I want to see the Pimp Daddy Brad in victory lane with his cane.
Big American flag. Fucking dork. Hamlin versus Byron.
Oof.
I'll take the Hendrick horsepower.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'm good with you on that.
So we were Hendrick homers on these picks.
We went all the way HMS down the line.
As expected for this. You put $100 down, you win $1,500. If you go with our picks.
So
okay. Have any good parlays? Superstar Showcase. Back these superstars to fill out the grid in the Goodyear 400. Denny to win, Larson top 5, Reddick top 10, plus 1,500.
I don't hate that.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't hate that at all. That would be something I would maybe put a little, money bet on just because I don't hate those odds.
Follow the leaders. Back the top 3 in the point standings to have solid finishes. Reddick top 3, Blaney top 5, Bubba top 10, plus 1,300.
I don't hate that one again.
Reddick top 3 kind of makes me queasy, but
yeah, exactly. I think we're on the same page there. That one's the hesitation.
Chase again. Briscoe has 2 career Darlington wins. Back him to get it done in the Goodyear 400 plus 700. Briscoe to win. There's worse bets to have.
Yeah, they're definitely worse bets to have. I would take that one. I mean, if you're looking for money, I mean, you like throwing $5, $10 here and there, that would definitely be one that I think you could put money on and win.
Allgaier top 10 plus 350.
I'm not confident.
If it was an intermediate, maybe. I think Vegas was kind of a bad day. Yeah. I don't know how Allgaier is going to do in a Cup car at Darlington. So,
not confident.
Nope. Not at all. All right. 48, 50.
Pretty good.
All right. Eliminator picks. Last segment. I'm trying to get you out of here.
You're good. She's coming out of the bedroom now. She's going to come crucify you. The wife will. I'm just kidding.
All right. Well, last week I won.
You did.
With Daniel Suarez.
What a pick.
I don't know where Barry finished. I should really write these things down, but I don't because I'm stupid.
You're good.
Where were we? Vegas?
Yeah, okay.
Vegas. Take your time, internet.
Oh, yeah.
Josh Berry. Oh, boy. 31st.
Oof. It was not a good day.
Not a good day. And you wasted Barry. You hate to see it.
I wasted Barry. It'll be okay.
That means you get to go first. You have the first pick. You have the field.
I'm going to go ahead. And I'm actually going to sacrifice one of my bigger names, and I'm going to go and knock out Chase Briscoe early.
Okay. Wow.
I need a W after that performance last week.
Yeah, he kind of put me between a rock and a hard place because if I want to win and I want to be the first guy to win back-to-back, I got to find a way to, make something happen.
That's right.
Do I want to bet on a guy to finish higher than Briscoe and use a value pick, or do I want to go band for band with you and pick a top end guy? Because you could throw Eric Jones out there.
I almost did. Let's be honest. I almost did.
But his spring race results haven't been good. He usually runs better in the fall.
Yep.
So I think I have to try to go band for band with you on a higher name.
I kind of went lower end of that top 10 on, averages, in my opinion.
I'm going to take William Byron.
I like it. It's a tough elimination this early in the season, but I think that's a solid pick.
I think if you're ever going to do it, it's kind
after
of
the performance he has in the spring at Darlington. Yeah. Same.
It's a heavy name to get rid of, but we have a long way to go.
That's right.
And I got to try to find a way to get on a win streak here. We've just gone back and forth the entire time.
Back and forth.
500
the whole season. No.
Yep. So we'll see how well that goes. And now we've hit the outro. Chris, thank you for joining me. Any final words to the people at home?
No, I've been trying to do power rankings, but life's just been too hectic. Maybe we work it in eventually on something here where I give like my top 5 drivers or something every so often for those people. But I've kind of moved away from my written media myself, and I'm just focusing more on this.
Oh, you've taken the Kaleb route of things, I see.
Yeah, I mean, I still edit and stuff, but I haven't really.
Oh, I refuse.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have to deal with other people's grammar and problems. No, I'm good.
Other than that, follow us on TikTok.
Yes, follow us on TikTok. We appreciate all the comments, all the kind words, all the mean words.
Yeah.
The reels, the comments, the follows, the reposts, the shares. We love it when we appreciate all of you for doing it, and we appreciate all of you for sticking around this long. So thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and we will see you all next week as we preview Martinsville.
Martinsville.
Oh boy, the paperclip. We'll see you all then.